Today on the check-in, the heavy cognitive cost of AI outsourcing. Remember to check out our check-ins every Tuesday and Thursday, and the big show every Friday with me and Matt Mervis. This article comes from Futurism, and the title is AI Use Appears to Have a Boiling Frog Effect on Human Cognition, New Study Warns. So, the first takeaway is that relying on artificial intelligence for reasoning tasks leads to a rapid decline in a person's intellectual performance once that assistance is removed. The researchers in this article did a series of experiments involving math and reading comprehension, and participants who used a chatbot initially breezed through the task. However, they stopped the use of the tool suddenly in the middle of the test, and their ability to solve problems on their own dropped significantly compared to those who never used AI at all. The reporting puts it this way. After just about 10 minutes of AI-assisted problem solving, people who lost access to the AI performed worse and gave up more frequently than those who never used it. The second takeaway is that beyond just losing accuracy, users who outsource mental labor to AI experience a notable erosion of their persistence and willingness to tackle difficult challenges. The study suggests that AI doesn't just provide answers, it changes how much effort we are willing to exert. This creates a psychological dependency where the lack of a digital assistant makes even basic reasoning feel insurmountable, which leads to a higher rate of quitting. Once the AI is taken away from people, it's not that people are just giving wrong answers, they're also not willing to try without AI, says the reporting. The third takeaway is that the long-term danger of AI integration is a boiling frog effect, where the gradual loss of cognitive muscles becomes impossible to reverse, but you don't even detect it. Because each individual use of AI feels helpful and efficient, the cumulative damage to human innovation and self-belief stays hidden until it's too late. The researchers warn that at scale, this trend could produce a generation of people who no longer understand their own intellectual capabilities. The discussion makes it clear. If sustained AI use erodes the motivation and persistence that drive long-term learning, these effects will accumulate over years, and by the time they are visible, they will be difficult to reverse. Now, I'm going to be a little bit critical of this article and the way the study was done. First, the participants had access to AI, and then it suddenly stopped. I think this says a lot more about interruption and disruption than it does about long-term persistence. Second, this was a short study, and participants were asked to do tasks that don't have a whole lot of intrinsic motivation, like solving math problems and doing reading comprehension questions. I wonder if there would be differences if the task was a little more intrinsically motivating. Measuring persistence is a little hard when the task isn't that cognitively engaging, nor do they have a really good reason for wanting to do the task accurately. Finally, this was one study, and there are no longitudinal studies about decay over time. So to say that there's this decay that's going to accumulate over years is still a little premature. We don't have that data yet. But I'm wondering what you think. Is AI going to decay our brains? We'll see. It might. We'd love to hear what you think. Drop us a comment or a like. And please check out the ChatEDU Check-ins every Tuesday and Thursday, and the big show every Friday with me and Matt Mervis. Thanks. Bye.